11 amazing concepts of the future. What will the future look like? This is a question that has been asked by thinkers and writers, philosophers and scientists since humankind began to contemplate its own existence. The answer, of course, is that no one knows. Not really. But we can make an educated guess, and that is what this video is all about. Stick to the end of this video as we look at some of the amazing concepts of the future, explain how they work and what their impact might be. This is a non-comprehensive list. It is also a work in progress, as we will add to it whenever we. Xenotransplantation. Xenotransplantation, the transplantation of organs or tissues from one species to another, has been proposed as a way to address the shortage of organs and tissues available for transplantation. While the concept of xenotransplantation is not new, the technological advances of the last few decades have made it a more viable option. There are a number of potential benefits of xenotransplantation. First, it would allow for the transplantation of organs and tissues that would otherwise be unavailable. Second, it would provide an alternative to organ donation, which is often not an option for people who need a transplant. Third, it would allow for the transplantation of organs and tissues from animals that have been genetically engineered to be resistant to disease. However, there are also a number of potential risks associated with xenotransplantation. First, there is the risk of transmitting diseases from animals to humans. Second, there is the risk of rejection, as the body may view the transplanted organ or tissue as a foreign invader. Third, there is the risk that the transplanted organ or tissue may not function properly in the human body. Despite the potential risks, xenotransplantation holds promise as a way to address the shortage of organs and tissues available for transplantation. Further research is needed to assess the risks and benefits of this potentially life-saving technology. A sand battery is a type of battery that uses sand as one of its electrodes. Sand batteries are usually made with a mixture of sand and other materials, such as carbon, to create a negative electrode, and a metal, such as lithium, to create a positive electrode. The electrodes are separated by a thin film of electrolyte, which allows electrons to flow between them. Sand batteries. Sand batteries have a number of advantages over other types of batteries. They are very lightweight, which makes them ideal for portable electronic devices. They are also very stable, meaning they can be stored for long periods of time without losing their charge. And because sand is a renewable resource, sand batteries are considered to be environmentally friendly. There are a few disadvantages to sand batteries as well. They are not as efficient as other types of batteries, meaning they don't store as much energy. And because they are made with a mixture of materials, they are more expensive to produce than other types of batteries. AI image generation. AI image generation is a technology that allows computers to generate images from scratch, based on artificial intelligence algorithms. This technology is used in a variety of applications, including computer vision, graphics, and machine learning. AI image generation algorithms are based on a variety of techniques, including deep learning, generative adversarial networks, and autoencoders. These algorithms learn to generate images by analyzing a training data set of images. The computer then uses this knowledge to generate new images that are similar to the ones in the training dataset. AI image generation can be used to create realistic images, such as photographs of people or landscapes. It can also be used to generate abstract images, such as those used in computer graphics. This technology is still in its early stages of development, and there are a number of challenges that need to be addressed. For example, the generated images often contain artifacts that are not present in real images. However, as the technology continues to develop, it is likely that these issues will be resolved. 3D printed bones. 3D printed bones are the future of medicine. With the ability to print bones that are identical to human bones, we will be able to create implants and prosthetics that are much more realistic and comfortable for patients. Additionally, 3D printing technology can be used to create bones for research purposes, which will help us to better understand how bones grow and develop. 3D printed bones are becoming increasingly popular as a way to replace damaged or missing bones. The process of 3D printing bones is relatively simple. First, a 3D image of the bone is created using CT or MRI scans. This image is then used to create a 3D model of the bone. Finally, the 3D model is used to print the bone using a 3D printer. 3D printed bones have a number of advantages over traditional methods of bone replacement. First, they can be made to match the patient's exact anatomy. This ensures that the 3D printed bone will fit perfectly into the patient's body. Second, 3D printed bones are much stronger than traditional methods of bone replacement, such as metal implants. This means that they are less likely to break or wear out over time. Finally, 3D printed bones can be made from a variety of materials, including biocompatible plastics and metals. This means that they are safe to be used in the human body. Clothes that can hear. Can you imagine a world where your clothes can hear you? That's the world that researchers at the University of Pisa are working on. They've developed a fabric that's embedded with sensors and can pick up on the sound of your voice. The idea is that the fabric can be used to create clothes that can interact with you, providing information or even responding to commands. The fabric is still in the early stages of development, but the potential applications are fascinating. Imagine a shirt that could give you directions while you're walking, or a dress that could adjust its color based on your mood. The possibilities are endless, and it's all thanks to this incredible fabric. Hydrogen planes. Hydrogen planes are a proposed future type of aircraft that would use hydrogen as a fuel. The main advantage of using hydrogen as a fuel is that it is much cleaner than traditional fossil fuels and produces no emissions when burned. This would make hydrogen planes a very attractive option for the aviation industry, which is currently struggling to reduce its environmental impact. There are a few challenges that need to be overcome before hydrogen planes can become a reality, however. The main one is the lack of a hydrogen infrastructure. There are very few places in the world where hydrogen is readily available. This means that any hydrogen planes would need to be fitted with their own onboard hydrogen generation and storage systems, which would be expensive and complicated. Despite these challenges, there is a lot of interest in developing hydrogen planes, and it is hoped that they could become a reality in the next few decades. Digital twins that track your health. Digital twins are digital representations of real-world objects or systems. In the healthcare context, digital twins can be used to track the health of individual patients. By collecting data from various sources, including wearable devices, medical records, and patient surveys, digital twins can provide a comprehensive view of a patient's health. This data can then be used to improve patient care, for example by identifying potential health issues early and developing tailored treatment plans. Digital twins are digital copies of real-world objects or systems. In healthcare, digital twins can be used to track the health of patients. By collecting data from wearable devices and other sensors, digital twins can provide a real-time view of a patient's health. This information can be used to improve patient care and to prevent and manage health problems. Green funerals. Green funerals are becoming increasingly popular as people look for ways to reduce their environmental impact. There are a number of ways to make a funeral more green, from using recycled or biodegradable materials to using green burial methods that don't require embalming fluids or a vault. Some people choose to have a green funeral because they want to minimize their impact on the environment. Others see it as a way to save money. Either way, there are a number of benefits to going green. One of the biggest benefits of a green funeral is that it can help reduce your carbon footprint. Green funerals often use recycled materials, which means less new resources are needed to bury the deceased. Additionally, green burial methods don't require the use of embalming fluids, which can be harmful to the environment. Another benefit of green funerals is that they tend to be less expensive than traditional funerals. This is because green funerals often forego some of the traditional costs associated with funerals, such as embalming and using a vault. If you're interested in having a green funeral, there are a number of options available. You can work with a funeral home that specializes in green funerals, or you can plan your own green funeral. There are also a number of green burial providers who can help you with everything from choosing a green casket to finding a green burial ground. Artificial eyes. There are a number of different types of artificial eyes available on the market today. The most common type is the glass eye, which is made from a blown glass sphere. This type of eye is very realistic and can be matched to the color of the person's natural eye. Another type of artificial eye is the acrylic eye, which is made from a hard plastic. Acrylic eyes are less realistic than glass eyes, but they are more durable and less likely to break. There are also a number of different sizes and shapes of artificial eyes available, so it is important to find one that fits the person's eye socket correctly. Energy storing bricks. Building with energy storing bricks could be the future of construction. These bricks are designed to store energy, which can then be used to power homes and other buildings. The bricks could be made from a variety of materials, including concrete, glass, and metal. They would be able to store energy from a variety of sources, including solar, wind, and hydro. The bricks would be able to release the stew. Drowning forest fires in sound. Drowning forest fires in sound may seem like an impossible task, but it can be done. By playing a loud, continuous noise near the fire, you can create a sound barrier that will block out the noise of the fire and prevent it from spreading. This technique continues being used successfully to control forest fires in many parts of the world. Red energy when needed, providing a sustainable and environmentally friendly source of power. Conclusion. The future is a mystery. No one can predict what will happen, and even if they could, it would be impossible to know for sure. But that doesn't mean we can't speculate. We can imagine the possibilities and see how they might play out. In doing so, we can build up a picture of the future and get a sense of what it might hold. Some people believe that the future will be a utopic paradise where humans live in harmony and peace. Others believe that the future will be a dark and dystopian nightmare where humanity is consumed by war and famine. What we do know is that the future is uncertain and that there are many possibilities for how it could unfold. Thank you for watching. Stay dangerous out there. And see you soon.